What's up, everyone? It's Tia. Join me for a lower body warm-up. So this can be used pre-workout. It could also be used if you want a quick mobility session. But whatever you're using it for, let's get into it. Starting with some 90-90 hip switches with a little rotation. So hands behind the back, knees wide. Let's start with the knees drop to the right. Pick up the left knee, bring it up as high as you can, and then start to chase it with that right knee. From here, reach the right hand across to the left, rotating the spine. Hands come down. Other side, right knee moves, left follows, reaching and rotating. We're just starting to move through here on your flow of breath. And it looks like I scared Nayo away. That knee was too close. All right, I'm gonna go a few more each way. Let's go about 2 more each way. And then what we'll do is we'll end up in a little bit of a hinge position. So I'm gonna sweep my right shin parallel to the short side of the mat. My left shin is parallel to the long side of the mat. 90-90, I've got a 90-degree bend at both knees. Hands could be to earth or hands could be up on the chest. We'll start with a little hinge. So inhale, belly comes toward that thigh, and then exhale, sweep it up. That's 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna go 1 more. Beautiful. Now as we come back to the top, hands can come to the earth. And now I wanna gaze toward that left foot and we'll pick it up. So left knee stays to the ground, left foot lifts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, we're almost there. 3, 2, last one. Nice. Now we're staying in this position. This time the left knee is gonna lift. I'm just turning around so you can get a better look here. So for here, now that left foot stays to the ground, we're lifting up that knee. And the knee tends to be a little bit easier here. So I want you to really think, as the left knee lifts up, the left hip bone's pressing to the ground. It's gonna help us get a little bit more engagement. 5 more to go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go last one. Nice. Now I'll gaze toward this front leg and I want to think about skewering from my knee to my heel. Hands can be to the earth and I'm picking up that front leg. Now you could be at the point of your mobility training that you might just be picking up the knee, and that's okay, right? With a little bit of consistency and effort, you'll be picking up the shin in no time. 5, 4, 3, 2, going 1 more here. Fall, and let's switch it over. So I'm pulling that left leg in, and I'm sweeping that right leg back. So 90-90 position, left shin parallel to the short side, right shin parallel to the long side. Option to keep the hands down or keep them lifted. We're going inhale, push forward, find your hinge, belly to thigh, and exhale, sweep it back. That's 5, 4, 3, 2. Going for our last one here. Beautiful. All right, stay upright. Gaze towards that right foot. I want your heel in line with your knee. Maybe your hands are to the earth. We'll pick up that foot. Now we've got 10 reps here. So if you start feeling a little bit of cramping, unfortunately that's normal. You can always take a rest if you need, right? We've got 5 more to go. Now I'm trying to really gently put the foot back down. I'm not trying to let it drop. Right? And I'm just lifting up as high as I can while trying not to move my torso too much. Let's go for 2. Last one. Nice work. All right, now heel stays down, knee lifts up. Let's go for 10. Remember that little point that I made about the hip bone. So if that right knee goes up, that right hip almost pushes down. It's gonna help you get a little more engagement there. 6, 7, almost there. 3 more. Last one. All right. Okay, final one here is removing that entire shin. So again, you can imagine you've got a skewer through knee to heel, and we're gonna lift and lower. You may be at the point where we're just lifting the knee. That's okay if that's the case. Five more to go. 3, 2. All right, last one. Perfect. Okay, come on out, make your way to a hands and knees position, and we'll transition up to a half kneeling or a lunge. So, stepping the right foot between the hands, rise it up. And we want to make sure we're in a nice strong half kneeling position so we're not being lazy bones. We've got a slight pelvic tilt. Ribs are pulling towards those hip bones a little bit so the spine is neutral. Pressing firmly through my left toe, squeezing my left glute. My hips are even. So if I'm going to exaggerate for you, right? I'm sliding my right hip back as I slide my left hip forward, and those inner thighs pull together. From here, arms come all the way up. Let's take an inhale, pull your weight forward, and then exhale, push through this left knee to slide yourself back, or the back leg. Draw forward and pull back. So what I'm trying to do is engage through the left hip flexor here, creating a little bit of warmth, pressing firmly through my right big toe, actually, as well as my left big toe. Moving with my breath, finding that fire. Let's go last 2. Last one. All right, pull down just a little bit more into range, but maintain your neutral. And then let's start to move the arms. Left arm reaches right, take a big inhale, and then sweep it back to starting position. Reach all the way up. All the way back to starting position. 3 more like that. Last 2. Last one. Beautiful. All right, from here, hands to hips. Now I'm spinning my left foot to the right, so I kind of open up. So same position, I just have a kickstand. Now right hand, inner right knee, keep that right heel on the ground. Inhale, drive forward, pelvis drops towards the earth. Exhale, sweep back, pressing through that left knee. So we're going forward and back. There's a sense that we're almost magnetizing the pelvis towards the earth as we come down. Right, getting a little bit into the ankle and the foot here, as well as those inner thighs. Let's go for 3 more. Last one. Nice. All right, spin back so we're facing the top of the mat. 2 hands come to the earth. We'll just take a big inhale, bending that right knee, and then exhale, sweep it back. Just a few of these lunge to hamstring openers here. Three more. Two. Last one. All right, shift it back, switch it over. Left leg stuffs up, arms sweep tall. All right, once again, you don't want to be lazy bones, so find your neutral spine. There's a slight pelvic tilt to maintain your neutral. Ribs slightly tucked towards the pelvis, the core is strong, those arms are up. Hips are squared forward, inner thighs pull together. Inhale, drive forward, bend through the left knee, and then exhale, sweep back, pushing through that right knee. Really creating that fire here. Right, it's not about finding your deepest ranges, it's finding engagement through that hip flexor. Warming it up, getting it all ready to rock. Three, 2. Last 1. All right, come down to a bit of range and let's move. Right arm reaches left. Feel that big side body opener and then engage, pull back up. Just doing 5 of these reaches. Nice big active stretch through that right hip flexor. Getting into the hip stability here. Let's go last 1. And rise it up. All right, the weird adductor one. It's a different viewpoint for you guys. Take your right foot, swing it left. Okay? And then my chest is gonna open towards the right, looking something like this. My left hand will stay into my inner left knee, and I'll take an inhale, deep bend, then exhale, sweep up. All right, so it's like the pelvis is coming down towards the earth. I'm keeping that left heel on the ground, and I'm maintaining the external rotation through that left hip. Just creating a bit of range through my inner thighs here. Then of course, a bit of action through ankles and feet, prepping them for all of the glorious leg day shenanigans you're gonna get into today. Let's go 1 more here. Sweeping it back. All right, now right foot squares back to your mat, hands to earth. Let's go into those hamstrings. Inhale, deep bend through the knee. Exhale, rock it back. So for myself, I like to rock back and kind of keep my belly and my thigh connected. That just helps me work through my limitations here. But our hamstring flexibility might be a little different. So go into that tense place or that stretch kind of sensation without going too far, right? You don't need to force it. Let's go last 1 here. I love it. All right, shift forward. Different transition, we're coming to a low squat. So step that right foot up, turn your toes to about 45 degrees, sit the hips down and back, pause in this nice low squat. Now I like to just hang out here. Sometimes I kind of rock back and forth, side to side. So feel free to get a little bit cozy. Now I'm gonna be offering you to move from squat to forward fold. So if you don't like that variation, you could stay down here wiggling around. But if you'd like to join me, my goal here is to lift my hips, but keep my belly and my thighs connected. So hands to the earth, exhale, hips lift, head stays nice and low. Notice that my thighs and bellies are connected. So it's not about getting the legs fully straight. It's about working through those limitations once again. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Now for any of my friends who might be feeling a little bit tight today, holding on to something can be helpful, whether it's blocks or something quite firm. And you don't have to go this deep, right? You could do this from a higher position and you're still gonna get lots of action. Let's go for 3, 2. Let's do the last one. This time you come up, stay in that little fold, hands to earth, heel toe those feet back to hip distance, and then start to get all the way up. Already feeling nice and warm, so we're almost there. I'm gonna hold on to the wall back here, right? Plant 1 foot, lift up the right leg, and just draw a few big circles here. That was 2, 3. Let's go the opposite direction. 3, 2, and 1. And then from here, I'll straighten the leg. Just give myself a few swings here. When I'm swinging, I'm trying to make sure I'm not letting the spine come out of alignment. It's working right through the glute and that hip flexor. Last 1. Plant it down, switch it out. Other side. 3 circles each direction. Nothing fancy here. Just some circles, get those hips nice and working and open. 3, 2, last 1. And once again, starting those leg swings. Be aware that you don't hit yourself. Every time my leg swings back, I think maybe I'm gonna bash it on the wall back here, but we'll survive. All right, once again, keep that spine nice and neutral. We're going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last but not least, 2 feet down, spread out your toes. I just want you to lift those heels and lower them down. All right, just a few calf raises. Giving those feet and ankles a little more love because they need them. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now go crush your leg day.